for the Merchant Shipping Bill 2024. Madam, it's a landmark reform which is taken up by a government led by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, which is going to modernize the maritime sector and propel us towards becoming a global shipping hub, madam. And it's so unfortunate that the opposition party is not willing to debate such an important bill, which is going to transform the shipping sector and going to create a lot of jobs in this sector. Ma'am, I represent the constituency Mangalore, a city that stands as one of the India's prominent maritime gateways, madam. I am grateful for the opportunity given to speak on this bill, whose provisions and impact are deeply intertwined with my constituency and the larger growth of the region, madam. Madam, I would like to say, with every drop of water you drink, every breath you take, you are connected to the sea, madam. For centuries, the seas have been the arteries of trade and civilization. The bill is a visionary step in this direction by our leader, Shri Narendra Modi ji, which will ensure a safe, efficient and sustainable maritime operations for a rising India. Madam, under the leadership of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and our Minister Shri Saravanan Sonowal, the bill brings several key transformative measures, madam. Firstly, it brings in a modernized legal framework. Madam, it replaces a 6-decade-old law with a forward-looking statute that aligns with global maritime standards and international conventions, madam. It encourages foreign investment. Madam, the new bill proposes significant reforms. Significant reforms to attract foreign investment. It also reduces the ownership threshold from.
माननीय सदस्य भीमू प्रसाद तराई जी, माननीय सदस्य मुकेश दलाल जी,
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Madam. Amid all these destructive, negative thoughts and behavior in the Parliament, I have risen to support the Merchant Shipping Bill 2025. After India has a long history as a suffering nation, with a rich maritime tradition predating European power. Indian ships once sailed widely, engaging in prosperous trade across Asia and the Middle East. However, under British rule, the growth of India's indigenous shipping industry was stifled by laws favoring British shipping, which eventually led to decline of Indian ships in the high seas. In the 19th century, the Indian shipping law was weak and unclear. After independence, the Merchant Shipping Act 1950 was passed. But since merchant shipping sector has undergone various changes over the years, as a result, the Merchant Shipping Act 1958 has become bulky and outdated piece of legislation. The Act eventually consists of more than 500 sections. Under the maritime division,
माननीय मंत्री श्री सोनोवाल जी,
Madam, I am thankful to Captain Vijay Savlaji and also Dulalji, MP Dulalji, and for their kind extension of support to this bill. I rise today to move particularly this merchant shipping bill. It is a very, very advanced, progressive and modern legislation up to date with the International Maritime Convention and consisting of all relevant incorporation from global best practices of leading maritime nation. In continuation of the series of legal reforms undertaken in the past 11 years by our ministry under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, which have led to increased growth and development for the maritime and shipping sector. And we are endeavoring to undertake reforms of other major laws governing the sector. It is also a matter of great pride that under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, India has emerged as one of the largest supply of seafarers. The Merchant Shipping Act 1958 presently governs merchant shipping in India and implements certain international maritime organization convention. However, the present act is outdated since it does not provide for some of the critical obligations under the international convention that have been adopted by India. The act is a bulky and fragmented legislation containing 561 sections as a result of various amendments carried out from time to time. The act is no longer adequate to realize our developmental vision and address the contemporary challenges of the maritime sector. Additionally, the 1958 Act prioritizes regulation over enablement and as a result does not adequately represent the bankability of India as a maritime trade hub. Aligning the domestic law with international best practices and IMO convention leads to predictability in this transaction. Such alignment in turn enhances a country's bankability as a maritime jurisdiction. Therefore, enablement of increasing India's bankability in maritime sector is core focus of the bill. Thank you, madam.
प्रश्न यह है कि विधेयक पर विचार किया जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में है वो हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में है वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ। विधेयक पर विचार करने हेतु प्रस्ताव को स्वीकृत किया गया। अब सभा विधेयक पर खंडवार विचार करेगी।
For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel TSW News. News that reveal the truth.